Welcome to another day at class. Good to see all of y'all. Good to see you. Yeah. Sperm Bank, you back in the building. All right, good to see you, man. Thanks for coming through. Now today's class is going to be a special one. Now, for those that's familiar with a tone space classroom setting, what is it that I never do or very rarely do? Steve in the back. 5 stars for you. That's right. I very rarely explain my rap lines. But today we're going to make a special exception for this track right here by your boy, Tone Space, and his woman, Real Life is Not in Cyberspace. We're going to make a very special exception, and we're going to do a lyrical breakdown of Bingham. Now, why do you ask if we're going to do a lyrical breakdown of Bingham? Well, first, let me give a disclaimer. to Steez. Please do not take this video in any type of way of me having any concern of what you will do lyrically, what you have done lyrically, what you think I think of what you've done lyrically, or plan on doing anything lyrically. Please, there's a lot of people that's even been hollering at me saying like, yo, Tone, stop people. We don't want to hear them rap and everything. I get it. I heard it. Please, so this is a disclaimer. I'm pleading with you. Please do not take this as I want to battle or something like that. We do not want to hear you open up your mouth and attempt to rap. That's not what this is about. Just like every single time I dish you, it's not about a battle. It's just to clown you because you're very clownable. You have a fat, disgusting, as you put it, black motherfucker of a bitch. Your bitch is clownable. That shithead is going on the whiteboard right now. So do not, please, all of y'all. Hey, Sperm, next time you take a Steve's class, please tell him, do not take this as an offering of battling or what he did. No, none of that. Just get rap out your head. Shit, if you get a burrito, if you go to Chipotle, I know, but Chipotle's, you go to Chipotle's, get a motherfucking burrito bowl. Do not get a rap. I don't want you in the wintertime, don't wrap the blankets around your ass. You're just gonna have to freeze. Actually, cuddle up with that big bitch you got. Put the bitch to some use or something, but do not in any way consider this anything about some motherfucking rap. Please and thank you. All right, so anyway, as I was saying, we're gonna do a breakdown of Tone Space of Real Life, Not in Cyberspace sector hit song, Bingham, right? Now, if you haven't heard it, you could catch it on all over the place. It's on the Real Life is Not in Cyberspace channel. It's on the Real Life is Still Not in Cyberspace channel. It's on the Tone Space channel, and it's on the Poets Kane channel. So you got 4 avenues where you could check out Bingham. Just, search it, Bingem, right? So we're going to do a lyrical breakdown of Bingham. Now, even though this is not about a rap battle or anything, today's class was still inspired by Steve's. I'm going to use this as a makeshift ruler. It actually came with the whiteboard. I don't know what it does, right? So, even though it's not a challenge to Steve's, but it is inspired by Steve's. Because what I want y'all to tell me, anybody in the back or in the front matter, get some participation from some of y'all in the front. Stephanie, what did Steve's do 2 nights in a row? That's right, he sat his nutty ass up in the late wee hours of the night and decided to talk shit about me and my girl, right? And why did he do that? Anybody? Jason, you know? All right. Let me tell you, as the first lesson, take some notes. The reason why Steve's was able to sit up 2, 3, 4 a.m. at night and cry about me and Real Life is Not in Cyberspace while we're actually getting some good rest. The reason for that is because he lays with, when he goes to bed at night, this is what he has to lay next to. Bingham. He lays next to this. Now, I know when you see it, you're going to see it a lot better than it looks here, so I don't got to bring the Jumbotron over, right? He lays next to this. As you can see, this is a very rotund, big old bitch, right? This is what he has to lay next to. So a lot of times he'll be up in the wee hours of the night just so he has an excuse to, not have to roll under the sheets with this thing right here, right? So, of course, he has the time to do that while, us, cool folk we're getting some rest. However, for 2 nights in a row, I have at least seen when he started his thing that he likes to call a show. And even what I do, because I know he takes stuff down because he's a coward. You see, Steez likes to play this game where he'll talk a whole bunch of shit with you. He'll fire up a broadcast, as they say, talk a whole bunch of shit with you. He'll spend 4 hours talking about you. You may spend anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes retorting, right? And then he'll do another one talking about you. 5 to 30 minutes I'll do to retort and respond to the bullshit he's saying. And it could go back and forth, back and forth. But then you know what he often does? Anybody? Julian. That's right, Julian. You got it. You got it right. See, you be paying attention. I see you. I know, them niggas be fucking with you in the play. Don't worry, man. You're going to go places. Just stick to your academics. Stick to what you're doing because you're a very brilliant dude, right? Julian got it. Steez takes the videos down. He takes the videos down, and then what he may do is peruse and browse through your YouTube channel, your page, and say, voila, look at all the several videos he has up of me. Go to my channel, you don't see me talk, because he takes the shit down, because he is now all of y'all could say this in unison. This is, we study this all the time. What is it? A coward. That is right. And very disingenuous, might I add. So anyway, tonight, we're going to do a breakdown of Bingham. Pardon the quality. Like I said, this is just for lyrical breakdown purposes, right? Again. Oh, and just so you know, see, this is Bingham in her glory. Look at that smile on her face. This is when she was picking up her graduation thing. This is homie right here that shouts out her name. Bingham, first and last name. Oh, I forgot. Did I forget to... Where is my chalk? I don't know. I forgot to write the school, NIU. Because this is a video, I think, brought to us by Slapper Don, in which this woman, Big B, Burger Bitch, was graduating. Getting a degree of some sort. Very happy, proud, wonderful moment back in 2014. I think it was the month of May, if I'm not mistaken. I forget. At the school NIU. And the name was shouted out, first and last name being, And Steez refuses to acknowledge this wonderful moment in his so-called woman, glorified landlord's life. In fact, when people bring up this video, what does Steez refer to this situation and to this woman in particular? That's right, Sperm. See, I know you're coming around. Sperm said it just now. That fat black motherfucker in that graduation. So anyway, enough of that. Let's get on to today's lesson. Today's lesson is in the lyrical breakdown of Bingham. Again, like I said, a very special lesson, as I often do not do classes like this doing lyrical breakdowns of my fine work, right? So here we go. Shout out to Buck Roll for the Bingham beat. First line, you're only moving on the mic when you slide it to the side for that walrus that you hide. What am I talking about, everybody? Well, as you can see in this upper right corner here, you see a hand. It looks like Ryu throwing a Hadouken, throwing a fireball, don't it? Well, that is the speed in which Steez, because you have the snowball mic, it's called a snowball. It gave a shiny reflection. One time that big old bitch was walking by and she got caught in this reflection of this snowball mic. So Steez is doing a presentation, just like how you're looking at me right now, right? Pretend the snowball mic is here with reflectivity on it, right? And then in the background, this bitch start walking by. Boom, 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 right? So what does Steez do? He takes his hand, Hadouken, with the quickness. Poof. I mean, poof, that shit flew out the way. So she a little bit of got caught. Once again, we credit Slapper Don for putting out the video of what they were able to get at that big old bitch. But I mean, with the quickness, this thing, poof. And that shit was out of there, just like that. See, you see the moving effects and everything. Boom, he got that mic out the way. So, the very top of the song, you're only moving on the mic, because he likes to credit himself. He fancies himself as some type of rapper, but he's not. He's only moving on the mic when he slides it to the side for that walrus that he hides, right? You're only moving on the mic when you slide it to the side for that walrus that you hide. You always shout a batch of lies. He always shouts a batch of lies. Baseless threats and gross embellishments, yelling shit how you tell the shit, because he's always lying and embellishing and over-analyzing and telling you the worst possible explanation of things, right? Yelling shit let you tell the shit. I owe you 80,000 for damage upon your skeleton. As I told you guys, Steez is very, very slow. So for the longest time, for some reason, you know, because we had an agreement back 2017, as he often refers to, but he never refers to what really happened. He said, look, I don't battle people that I'm cool with, or I only battle for money, or whatever the fuck he says. Who cares? Because no one's paying attention to him like that, right? He's telling this to me. So Space is like, okay, cool. Well, I wouldn't make a song at you if you're not gonna be talking shit about me. You know, hey, if you don't just out of nowhere bring me up in a negative way and start roasting and talking your shit to me, I won't make any songs with you. Agreed? Agreed. What happens a little bit down the line, he ends up talking shit. So what do? That's right, I make a song. He talks more shit, I make another song. He talks shit, I make a song. That's my version of roast. You know, I throw songs at people, but that does not mean I want to battle. But in this dude's twisted mind, he thought that that meant that I wanted to battle. And then finally he did something back, I guess. And then he declared himself the winner, comparing it to my songs. And then he said I owe him like $600. And I think he did another one and said I owe him more money. You know, he likes to play with himself. I guess he didn't have much of a childhood because his bitch-ass, drunk-ass mother discarded him. And then his pussy-ass, disgusting grandmother also discarded of his bitch-ass. And, you know, nobody loved him. So he never really had a childhood where he could, like, play with toys and, you know, actually have a childhood. So he has to, like, in his room, you know, he gets his little figures, Tommy Sotomayor and Batman and everything. And he creates all these, like, different things. And, you know, he's trying to relive his childhood. So in his head, he's been having rap battles with me, right? And I lost all of them, according to him. So that's why I said, baseless threats and gross embellishments, yelling shit let you tell the shit. I owe you 80,000 for damage upon your skeleton, right? Let's go. Cardiac. Well, again, I'm back. So here's a cardiac embolism. Cardiac embolism, you know, a little play on phonetics of how it's pronounced, right? This is prior to Steez actually having a real heart attack. So in no way was I trying to poke light of the heart attack or anything like that. I wasn't even trying to predict it, but prior to him having the heart attack, I said he's going to have a cardiac embolism, and he ends up having a heart attack. Now, he always talks about, yeah, I spoke to you on the phone and all this, and he tries to say that I'm not the same person that he speaks to on the phone. I'm weird shit. You know, he plays with himself, right? In more ways than one, because he's laying with that, right? So, what actually happens is usually when I speak to him, I always inquire how he's doing, how his health is doing. He mentioned that he had an artery clogging thing with the nicotine in the cigarette. So I always ask him, hey, you still smoking? How you doing? How's it going with the health and everything? So this, you know, fake individual that he says, oh, I speak to you on the phone is different. No, I speak to the nigga on the phone. I'm like, I'm cool. I'll ask him, I think his mother was going through something. I was asking him about his mother, everything. But let him tell that I'm some asshole. So, yeah. So I owe you 80,000 for damage upon your skeleton. Well, again, I'm back, and here's a cardiac embolism. Keep trying to stand up to the finest. Of course, he fell again. Right? Stand up to the finest. Of course, he fell again. And Hove knows my boy's a straight killer. They gave him the goosebumps every time they played. So fuck LA. I done made some guy named Jay Shiver. Is a squad of gay niggas. Okay, that was a quick little shot at my homeboy who goes by the name of some guy named Jay. He just, you know, said a little thing to me in the chat room about rap. So I took a little shot at me. I took a little shot at him back. Nothing big. I like Jay. He's a good dude. Good young brother. Doing his thing. Schooling, education, building life for himself. You know, he's doing his fucking thing. He just took a little shot at me. Took a little shot back. Nothing more than that. So shout out to some guy named Jay. But then I go on to say, and the brunt of your support is a squad of, can you tell me, sperm? That's right. You and the rest of them are a squad of gay niggers. That is absolutely extra ER. That is absolutely right. Gay niggers. They're a squad of gay niggas. So so yeah, that's what they are. They're a squad of gay niggas. All you guys that I see, I still got the little chat room thing open. I didn't watch it, but you know, the chat still stays there if you keep a window open. I do that on purpose, so I can see all y'all talking that stupid shit. All of you DUMs over there. So the brunt of your support is a squad of gay niggers, right? Chicago pessimist, days dark as lower, but your My favorite line of the song, or one of them. My favorite line of the lines that I say. A lot of derelicts that rock with your dysfunction. Chicago pessimist, days dark as Lower Uncton. Now, I should even leave that line to you guys, but I'll break it down real quick. It's a Married with Children reference, right? Upper Uncton, Lower Uncton. Lower Uncton was always dark, right? Al Bundy is from Chicago. The Married with Children show took place in Chicago. The episode that had to do with the Upper and Lower Uncton thing, Al Bundy was stuck in Lower Uncton, where it's always dark, pessimistic, right? So what did I say? A lot of derelicts that rock with your dysfunction. Chicago pessimist, days dark as Lower Uncton. Then I go on to say, but your peg is a whale. Look at this big old fat nasty bitch. Your peg is a whale. Look at that fat bitch. Let's go. Your body aching and frail, what's your function? A bunch of nothing. Steezy and the Britzer. I killed him many times with variable ease. Time after time, he gets on his little soapbox, talks his shit, and I just do a quick track, and I like decimate his punk ass many times with ease, too. I mean, it's a beaut. I write these shits in maybe like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Killed him many times with variable ease. Bingham. Old dry fucker with terrible knees. Why does he have terrible knees? We actually got CJ in the room right now. Why is that? Because you thunder kicked him. That's right, because he got thunder kicked. He has terrible knees. That knee flew out of place when Cliff came with that knee flew out of place quicker than he threw that Hadouken to get Bridget out the way, right? Killed him many times with variable ease. Old dry fucker with terrible knees. Lying out his teeth and jealous of me, as per yesterday's class. Jealous of anyone that be getting the cheese. He's always pocket watching, all the time. Always looking at someone's pockets. Always jealous of another person's, come-ups and shit like that. Yes, I know I'm the teacher, but if you got some Steez facts, please bring it over. And what I will do, I will put it on the whiteboard. So all of you that see the recording of this class, please, and on the board down below, please tell me some Steez facts so we could put it on the big chalkboard, right? You got some Steez facts, come forward right here. Bring them. Tidbits exposing these bogus right there. Bing them. You get it. Rhymes is horribly mastered as trash. If you listen to his stuff, the mastering job doesn't exist. It's abhorrent. He cannot master a song at all. When I say man's the class, I'm back with the wrath, smack him and laugh. Yeah, we always love to smack Steez around and we have a good old laugh while he destructs upon us doing so, right? He's a big bitch. He's a big old bitch. That's a Harley Quinn. How you say you never lose when you hardly win? His pessimistic phrase he likes to always throw around is, I never lose, I never lose, I never lose. Well, you hardly win, so obviously you lose all the time. I've been flipping old coins like I'm Harvey Dent. I hope this crypto market jumps back up because I had a nice little something, and I want to see that happen again. I actually lost. I gained this much and I lost that much, so now I'm kind of, you know what I'm saying? I've been flipping old coins like I'm Harvey Dent. He likes to talk about Harley Quinn, Harvey Dent, another DC character. Harvey Dent is Two-Face, and what does Harvey Dent do? He flips the coin. And altcoins are like crypto. Harvey Dent is a DC character, so the coin he's flipping is not your standard US quarter or something. It's some alternative thing from the DC universe. So I'd be flipping altcoins like Harvey Dent. Get it, right? Let's see. And you don't move me like the earth. They don't hardly spin. Or maybe it do, because flat and globular earth, there's evidence for both. It's a paradox, I know, but it's the truth. Maybe one day I'll put that on the blackboard. Actually talk about something real for a change instead of this goofball ass nigga, right? Yeah. Right? So I said, big old bitch, crazy bitch, Harley Quinn. How you say you never lose when you hardly win? And I've been flipping old coins like I'm Harvey Dent. You don't move me like the earth, it don't hardly spin. Or maybe it do, but you don't get no RPMs. No spins. You don't get any spins. You're talking shit, so it's on again. Just like every single song I've done to him wasn't about, oh, let's battle. No, you're talking shit, so it's on again. Simple as that. Sometimes the greatest lines are the simple things. You talking shit, so it's on again. You feel me? Aloof bitch thinks all I spit is towards him. Since you slow, let me tell you in Port City pauses. Now there's a lot that went into that line, right? He's stupid, so I say aloof bitch because a song I did prior to Bingham, which was called what was that thing? What was the name of that thing? Aggressive, I think. Aggression. Yeah, I did a song called Aggression, and at the time, who was I having a little light beef with? Anybody? Not even a beef, just a little back and forth, little light work type shit. Port City, that's right. So Port City decided to try to drag one of my homies through the mud for whatever reason. I ain't gonna get into all that. So, you know, I stepped up on some like, yo, wait a minute, blah, 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 blah. And my homie happens to be a New Yorker. And this guy's trying to say that my homie ain't hip hop because he's white and all this. I'm like, well, New York is hip hop, so he's hip hop because he's New York. So what, nigga? You North Carolina? What you talk about? You know what I'm saying? So I did a song called Aggression. And in the song, I make mention of that, right? I make mention of Port City in the song, right? So the song was about him. I said something about North Carolina, Port City, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, what ended up happening is for some reason, some trolls tried to tell Steez that song was about him. I was defending New York from Steez, who had said something about New York. Had nothing to do with Steez. And Steez ran with it, and I just had a good old laugh watching this nigga spin out of control over some shit that had nothing to do with him when it was really at Port City, right? So, back to that line. Aloof bitch thinks all I spit is towards him. So he thought that was towards him, even though it wasn't. Aloof bitch thinks all I spit is towards him. Since you slow, let me tell you in Port City pauses. Since he's slow, I'm bringing up Port City as a reference to who I was talking about in that song that you thought was you. And then I say, let me tell you when Port City pauses. If you listen to Port City, one of his styles that he has in his little cache is where he'll do kind of like this pause style where he'll rap like this, da 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 da. Biggie did that on occasion as well. That's why I had compared him to Biggie for that at one time. But if you actually do further research, a little quick side lesson on Biggie, Biggie did that pause style on Kick in the Door. Listen to Kick in the Door. Your rain on the top was short like Farrakhan, Leprechaun, as I shut all for Billy's thugs and rapper dons. In that song, he was dissing, that's right, you're very wise in your hip hop. He was dissing Ja Rule the Damager. And if you listen to Ja Rule the Damager, his regular style was that choppy pause stuff. You feel me? So Biggie was actually borrowing, I don't say biting, he was borrowing off of Ja Rule the Damager. So Port City doing that, it'll remind you of Biggie, but it all leads back to Ja Rule. So shout out to Ja Rule the Damager. So I said, aloof bitch thinks all I spit is towards you. Since you're slow, let me tell you when Port City pauses. Because that little choppy style, you could understand it better. You know, maybe the other song, the lyrics were too fast past your head. So let me tell you when Port City pauses so you can understand since you're slow. Steez, that is. And then I say, he needs 10 cans to hold them. Okay, so then I proceed to rhyme in that pause style. I say, it's left Brandon Owens, a bitch and a hoe, and his legs done gave up. He needs 10 cans to hold them. You know, he has some like aluminum leg situation, like aluminum shins or something like that from something a long time ago that he had, like, you know, his weak ass body structure and everything. So he had to get like 10 can shins or ankles or something, right? So I said he needs 10 cans to hold them. Well, so he needs 10 cans to hold them. Oh, yeah, it's let Brandon Owens a bitch and a hoe and his legs and gave up. He needs 10 cans to hold them. Flim, Flam, and Bogus, a stiff-ass performance. You know how Steez raps all stiff, like he got a gripe, like he's breaking Beatles with his ass cheeks or something, all stiff. You know, like, you could tell he rhymes like a nigga that can never dance to save a day in his life, right? No type of sway or like, about it, he don't have, none of that, right? So I said, Flim, Flam, and Bogus. A stiff-ass performance. Bars sound like he's straining for hours up on the toilet. You know, that's just how Steve's rhyme, makes you makes him sound, or what he sounds like, right? A punchline don't make it less boring. His rhymes are boring, but like I said, he should write riddle books. He has punchlines. But just having a punchline isn't going to make it less boring. Too depressed to have fun with expression. That depressed old man is going to just kick back and have some fun, right? Because every one of them stressful ass songs an annoyance when you bring them. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Bada bing, bing 'em. That's what I say, right? A punchline don't make it less boring. Too depressed to have fun with expression. Every one of them stressful ass songs an annoyance when you bring them. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Bada bing, bing 'em. Killed them many times with variable ease. Old dry fucker with terrible knees. Jealous of me. Jealous of anyone that be getting the cheese. Come forward right here. Bing 'em. Slap 'em and laugh. All right. So now those are the tone space bar breakdowns. Now I'm going to break down some of the lines of the very beautiful Real Life is Not in Cyberspace, right? Because this is her verse that is about to start. Here we go. You ready? Thunder kick receiver. Out the break, she comes with thunder kick receiver. Cliff, can you tell everyone what that means? That's right, because Cliff thunder kicked the shit out of him, and he just stood there for 52 seconds not doing a motherfucking thing, because he's Mr. Tough Guy. All right. Thunder kick receiver. Ain't got time for y'all, but yet I'm always here, nigga. He always says he ain't got time for y'all, but yet he's always here, nigga. He'll be up late hours of the night because he doesn't want to sleep with the big old bitch. I don't got time for y'all. I'm doing my own thing, yet he's always here. Ain't got time for y'all, and yet he's always here, nigga. Steelo's the name, steady, sad, and always late. Above you cats, lower than Haiti Sash. Above you cats. Again, he tries to act like he's above everyone, when really he's down in the dumps, low as a motherfucker. He's busy, B, anything but touching Bridget's ass. He's busy, B. One of her favorite movies is, if not her very favorite, is Paid in Full. That's the Cameron line. I'm busy, B. He's busy, B. Anything but touching Bridget's ass. Anything but having to sleep next to this big old nasty ass bitch. He'll be up 2-something at night, talking shit about other niggas, just on the strength of that, right? Anything but touching Bridget's ass. Contradiction, hates his birthday, love was always fiction. Oh, right. Speak of the angel, I just had to pause it real quick. Now, where was I? For you? We're going to go back a little bit. Again, like I said, Cameron reference. I'm busy, B. He's busy, B. Anything but touching Bridget's ass. I don't blame you, Steezo. Contradiction, hates his birthday, love was always fiction. Contradiction, hates his birthday, love was always fiction. Just rhymes upon rhymes. Hates his daughter, because of desperate ways. Hates his daughter. He has gotten on this soapbox of his and called his, how old is she now, sperm? Like 12, 13, something now. He's called his daughter a what? B-I-T-C-H. Yes, he's referred to his own little daughter, that own little growing girl trying to figure out the world. He's called her a bitch. Over what? Over argument. Right? He'll treat his daughter like a grown-up whose brain is fully functioning, as his isn't, so maybe that's why he talks to them like a kid, and have like grown folks conversations and arguments with his own little child who's only like 13 maybe now. At the time he's been arguing with her since what, 11, 10? Oh, well, fuck you then, bitch, and all that type of stuff. That's Steezo for you. Hates his daughter, right? Contradiction, hates his birthday, love was always fiction. Manic depressive. Hates his birthday, love was always fiction. That's right. Put all them pussy to him. Hates his daughter, because of desperate ways. Broke as fuck, OMG, he got 8 businesses. Broke as fuck, OMG, his bullshit so-called company, Owens Mobile Goods. He's got 8 businesses. Oh, shit. Hates his daughter, because of desperate ways. Broke as fuck, OMG, he got 8 businesses. No money in him, throw pills in the air, dismissive. Throw pills in the air, dismissive. He'll just like, whatever. Drugs are drugs. He's like happy to have Drew guys. He'll throw them shits up in the air, catch him like a seal and shit,
Mouth catch, fuck the dosage, make them square.
Mouth catch. Fuck the dosage. You don't care what the dosage is. He just want to get high. That big old bitch got to make that nigga square and cube him. Look, you got to cut these in little pieces because you're taking way too much. Here, just take a cubit of a cubed piece of this then as opposed to the normal like 20 that you take at one time. This is not crack, right?
Throw them all up on the room like a big buffoon.
Throw them all about the room. He don't care. Drugs everywhere. It's just rain and pills. Throw them all about the room like a big buffoon, right?
Fuck the dosage, make them square and cube them. Throw them all up on the room
Like a big buffoon.
Stealing air, taking space up all in snowballs.
Stealing air. He's just a carbon tax, a walking carbon tax for no reason. They got a beautiful dog named Snowball. They got a nice room, and he decided to take the dog's room. You know what I mean? Because the dog is more useful. At least you'll fetch that big bitch of paper or something like that. He's just there eating cereal and taking pills all day and getting high and screaming at screens all day for no reason. So the big bitch really don't need his punk ass. So it's really Snowball is the secondary dog. You know, this big bitch being the first dog. Snowball is the secondary dog. So it's her room, right? Or his room, whatever. The dog is a bitch. The dog hardly barks. So that motherfucker's a bitch too, right? So this nigga's taking up all this air in this room in Snowball's room. You feel me? The dog's room. Not Snowball, not to be confused with the brand of microphone that we were talking about early, that this nigga was able to get out the way when that big bitch was walking by to be reflective upon it, right? Not that one.
In the air, dismissive. Mouth catch, fuck the dosage, make them square and cube them. Throw them all up on the room
Like a big buffoon.
Stealing air, taking space
all up in Snowball's room.
Failed Bubba getting shot by hoes, he doubled up.
Failed Bubbler getting shot by hoes, he doubled up. He's been shot multiple times by different women, all types of
Can't do
shit.
shit right, wearing black middle of the street at night. No reflectors, his deepest self he does not know.
Does not know.
Fuck a mantra, took it out on Miss Juanita.
Ooh, Miss Juanita.
Serial killer, cereal for lunch and dinner. Murphy's mom said he.
Murphy's mom's, this woman's mother that she was taking care of. He was whining, complaining. So eventually he just offed her behind her back.
Didn't know what happened to her. Apple hoarder, beat those minus snowballs too.
Apple hoarder. He pays no bills, brings nothing to the fucking table, spends her Burger King or Wendy's money that she makes her everything. And this motherfucker's like, oh, those are my apples. That's my Pepsi. No, none of it's yours. They all belong to the big bitch.
He hate her looks, love it that she read them books.
Wonderful line, one of my favorite lines of her verse. He hates her looks because he will not even acknowledge this. I mean, look at the smile that she had on her face during this moment that you see on the screen. Brigitte Bingham. She like, big smile. Getting her shit. You know what I mean? And what does he call her? That big black motherfucker. Fat black motherfucker at the graduation. Hates her looks, but he loves it that she reads them books. He likes to shout and tote around her accolades. He's not once ever referred to his woman as being physically attractive. Not once. He's mentioned other women that's physically attractive. Sarah Silverman, My Girl, several different women he'll say is attractive, but not once has he gave his own person that provides him a house and home and food. Not once has he ever regarded her as attractive. Yet he'll always tell you about her academic accolades. You know how sometimes you could what you don't say says a lot. So it's like if you're talking around her looks, around being apropos because she's real big, right? He'll talk around her looks. Oh, she's educated. She's this. She graduated. Even though I'm not going to announce the visuals of her graduating. She does this. She does that. But won't even say she's halfway decent looking. You know what I mean? So every time he talks about her accolades, what does that mean? I want y'all all to take notes. Everyone take notes. Every time that Steezo talks about his bitch's accolades and doesn't talk about her looks, it's equivalent to him just straight out calling her ugly. That's the translation. It's what you don't say. What you talk around is what the truth is to always be revealed, right? So take notes on that. It's a very important lesson. The lesson of the negation, you could call it. So yeah, write that. Lesson of the negation. Every time Steve talks about his bitch's accolades and doesn't talk about her looks, he's calling her ugly. Got it. Cool.
Didn't know what happened to her. Apple hoarder. Beat
Those
those
minus
minus
snowballs
snowballs
too.
too. He hate her looks. Love it that she read them books. Says she's babe, but deny her graduation gate.
Woo! Fire! Said she's bae, but deny her graduation gate. The scandal. Brigitte Bingham. Oh, this look like the thing that she's holding. So, you know, here you go. All happy and everything. And he'll deny that. Big cheese on her face. Cheese and smile on her face. He won't even acknowledge that shit happens. Deny her graduation gate.
But deny her graduation gate. No bragging rights. Never out on public dates.
Never out on public dates. He will not be seen with that walrus.
You could have been that too.
I killed her many times with veritable ease.
Out on public dates. Man, she was happy.
She was happy. You should have been that too. Bring him. Terrible. Bring him. Bring him. Bring him. See, I switch up the chorus at the last part of the chorus. I say, whether you're scorching fire or parting the seas, Prometheus, Poseidon, come party with me. Whether you're scorching fire, Prometheus, or parting the seas, Poseidon, Prometheus, Poseidon, come party with me. Because Steez always summons them niggas. Every time he does that little bullshit he likes to call rap, he's bothering Prometheus. Prometheus is somewhere just practicing his fire shit. He gets a call from Steez, like, yo, I'm putting you in another adventure. This nigga's like, damn, I'm tired of this nigga calling me. Poseidon too. Both of them niggas. Just a whole bunch of steam, both of them niggas. He calling them up. Niggas is busy doing whatever they're doing, swimming, Aquaman, sinking ships and shit like that. Here comes Steez with another bullshit song. Prometheus, like Poseidon, and I be riding. Them niggas is like, oh man. So I decided to, you know, reach out to them brothers, you know. I said, Prometheus, Poseidon, come party with me. You know, I said, whether you scorching fire or parting the seas. The shit that you normally do before Steez gets you in his bullshit ass thing he calls a song. You know, Prometheus, Poseidon, come party with me. All you mythic niggas that's tired of Steez. Any of y'all other mythic niggas, there's a reach out to y'all too. Incredible Hulk, Spider-Man. I think he was talking about, he's like a wrestling fan or something. He was talking about Hogan, even Hulk Hogan with the NWO Hogan. Any of y'all motherfucking made up characters that this guy that didn't have a childhood because his piece of shit mother gave him the boot, kicked his punk ass out, and then his bitch ass grandmother just gave him a roundhouse kick and kicked his ass out in another direction. So the bitch never had a childhood. All of you mythic niggas, mythical people, or made up characters that this guy tries to summon, whether he's playing with his little bitch ass bullshit toys, or calling someone's job a million times, or writing his little bullshit riddles in such a stiff way and recording nonsense. No matter what, all of you mythic niggas, come chill over here, because I know y'all tired of that motherfucker, right? You lied to them peeps, so now they're riding with me. He's lied to those mythical niggas. You know, because every type of grandiose thing that he says he's done or does, he never does, and he doesn't exist and live in that life. So he's summoning these mythic niggas just to lie to them. Close it out, baby.
Should have been that for her too. At least just for her. Come on.
At least just for her.
That's supposed to be your shining glory.
Man.
Not glorified landlord.
And so, class, that concludes our class. I hope you took good notes. This shall be on the midterm, so, you know, remember them rules I said, the law, the rule of negation. Niggas be talking around shit and not addressing a certain thing. That makes that certain thing stand out even that much more. Very important rule, very important law. Hope you guys at home took notes as well. See y'all next class. Ayo. Hold on, I gotta end this nigga sperm you jerking off in class, you bitch. See y'all Steez niggas up. Let me end this shit. Beat this nigga ass.